Wally West and Barry Allen are hanging out with Wally's aunt Iris. Iris is then called away when her boss tells her of a fire at the Keystone Bridge. Both Wally and Barry make excuses to leave, and pretty soon the Flash and Kid Flash are on the scene. Wally is still getting used to his powers and being the Kid Flash. He doesn't know who the Flash is, but is confident he will earn this hero's trust and learn his identity. Suddenly, an explosion nearly knocks Wally to the ground, when he is saved by a very mysterious stranger. Wally is confused, but Barry explains that this stranger is an old friend. Avoiding names, the stranger greets Wally. However, when they shake hands, something stirs within the Flash. Wally tries helping his friend, only for the lightning surrounding the Flash to burn the young man. Barry begins speaking strangely, calling out both versions of the Kid Flash. He tells Wally that Daniel West was his father, and that it's all Wally's fault that Daniel turned into the Reverse Flash. Barry cries out and disappears, and the stranger recognizes what is happening. The Speed Force is trying to pull the Flash away, much like how this stranger was trapped in the Speed Force earlier. And Barry is taunted by a vision of Zoom. The younger Wally West has an idea, and together, the two Flashes are able to pull their friend out of the Speed Force. Relieved, Barry thanks his friends, but the damage is done. Wally just learned that Daniel is really his father, and in tears, runs off. Later, he is approached by the stranger. Wally asks who this person really is, and he only replies that it is complicated. Wally talks a bit about his parents, and the stranger shares his own story of his family and the tough divorce this man went through as a boy. The stranger says that the Flash helped him cope with a lot of this, and promises Wally he's not alone. Wally thanks the stranger, who says not to worry about it. They're family. Later, at a park, Barry and the other Wally West catch up. Wally is struggling after a recent attack on the Titans. What's worse, they still don't know who stole time from this world. However, Alan did see something in the Speed Force when it tried to pull him in. Something he gets the feeling he wasn't supposed to see. Barry doesn't know what it was, but it filled him with hope. Hello and welcome to Comic Island. My name is Arden, and this is my recap and review of The Flash number 9. Well, thanks for watching this video. Here we have a fun standalone story, a nice way to check in on what's going on in the world of Flash these days. All told, yeah, I did like this comic. The art didn't really sell me on it at first. It's very angular and a little too cartoony for my taste. But the more I saw it in action, the more I liked it. This works well with the stylized nature of the Flash's powers, and artist Jorge Corona does a good job expressing this. As for the story, yeah, it mostly worked for me. It's a little unnecessary to hide Barry's identity from Wally, but I totally get hiding Wally's identity from, Wally. The dynamic between these two was quite interesting as a result. One knew the other was his counterpart, but the other couldn't really find out. It led to a complex relationship that is explored nicely throughout this issue. But the best part has to be the ending, with a lot of hints and a little bit of talk over what is going on in the worlds of Rebirth. There's nothing groundbreaking here, it's mostly information we already know. Ty's been stolen from the Rebirth world, Wally and the Flash are somehow involved in all of this, but it's very nice to touch on these things. There's still that mysterious mystery person who's out there and stole all the superheroes' time, and he's an ongoing and major threat to the world, and yeah, the JSA is returning. That last part is pretty interesting, and that specific hint we get of more Jay Garrick coming in the future is great. And on the whole, this comic gets a nice and easy recommendation. You don't really need to know anything other than the basics of Rebirth, and then this comic is great. It's a nice little callback to the original Flash of Two Worlds stories, a story that is resolved by the two Flashes putting diamonds in their ears, so it really didn't have anything to live up to. As such, telling its own little story works well, and yeah, I liked it on the whole. Let me know what you think in the comments section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep reading comics.